Peace and blessings, you ugly mofos, and welcome to another episode of He Rants. I'm your host, Felix Long Trousers. We got another Reddit reaction. Let's not waste no more time. Let's get right into it.
My wife and I entered into an open marriage at her request. Now she wants to close it up again. My wife and I have been married for 15 years. We have 2 children, a 14-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy. About a year and a half ago, my wife came to me asking for an open marriage. She said she was bored with just us and wanted to experience more. I was very against this, as I am a strong believer that marriage is between 2 people. At the same time, when we got married I had 5 intimate partners and my wife had only been with me. She made it clear that either we opened things up or she was prepared to file for divorce.
Get that divorce then. What you talking about, son? What the hell are you trying to open things up? When I hear that, I'm like, yo, you already have a dude that you want to hit. That's what it is. You want to cheat on me without cheating on me. That's what I hear in this situation, Slim. You know what I'm saying? So let's get that divorce then, Slim, because you already about to cheat on me, right? Just so you can get some I don't know what, coworker peen or something, or what is going on here, guys? Let's keep going.
Neither of us wanted that, so I agreed under certain conditions. Nobody is brought back to the house. We don't talk about partners. The kids don't know. Family doesn't know. All partners are tested ahead of time. Nobody that we both know, etc. I had a strong suspicion that my wife had someone in mind, and this was confirmed when 24 hours after we agreed, she went out and didn't return until 4 a.m. It was difficult for me to accept, and I was really not okay with it, but I wanted to save my marriage. Last May I met Amber. Our daughters are in a marching band together. Amber is divorced and has no interest in getting married again. Like everyone else in the world, she does have needs. So 5 months after opening up the marriage, I began sleeping with Amber. At first it felt like cheating, but honestly it's nice to have something with no strings where neither of us wants it to proceed forward. Over time I became comfortable with the idea that my wife and I would be able to get our needs met both inside and outside of our marriage. It actually made our intimate life a lot more passionate, and we were much happier. My wife and her side guy, who I never met, stopped seeing each other in April amid coronavirus. From what I gather, while he's in an open marriage, his wife is not aware, and it was too hard to get away. In May we helped organize a Zoom concert for the band kids, which turned out great, though my wife met Amber for the first time. Well, I guess Amber has been open with a few of the moms because it got back to my wife that Amber was my outside partner. My wife informed me that as we both know Amber, I needed to end things with her. I refused, citing the fact that neither of us knew her ahead of time, and the meeting did not violate the rules we established. Throughout the past month she's told me numerous times that she's uncomfortable with me continuing to sleep with Amber and I need to conclude the arrangement.
You want to conclude the arrangement now because the dude that you've been smashing with is gone. In fact, I'm mad that he said, like, yo, he has an open relationship, but his wife doesn't know. That means he's cheating. that means he's cheating. It's not an open relationship. Because if she does that, he'll probably give her the mean backhand. So he's probably going to be like, nah, Slim, you out here for the pavement. So that means the dude that she was messing with is cheating on her, on his freaking wife. Simple as that. And now that they cut it off, maybe he was getting, maybe the situation was getting hot and the wife was about to figure out something or something like that. That's why he cut it off with his wife. And now, since she doesn't have anything to be hitting on the side, she just wants everything to go back to normal. Nah, allow me to hit this joint down. He keep cracking Amber. I'm gonna keep cracking Amber. What are you talking about? Let's keep going.
Note that she was fine for a year where she was with her partner. This weekend she came to me and stated that she'd like to close our marriage again. I told her I was open to that as long as we agreed that it would remain closed moving forward. She agreed that's what she wants as well, that she doesn't need to have any more partners, that she's happy with just me. I told her that we could agree to close the marriage on 2 conditions. The first I laid out above. The second, I wanted her to sign a document waiving spousal support in the event of divorce. She flipped out. She categorically refused to even consider that. My wife is a stay-at-home mom and has not worked since we got married. She said that I could keep seeing Amber and leave her with nothing if she signed that. I told her that I'd be willing to include a list of mutually agreed upon situations including infidelity on my part where the agreement would be void. She says it's not open for discussion, that she's not going to continue to be cheated on and left with nothing when I decide to leave her for Amber. I pointed out that this whole thing was her idea and that I only went along with it to preserve our marriage. She says that if we don't close the marriage up, then it might as well be over. I told her that I'm not going to tolerate being threatened with divorce every time she doesn't get her way. She says I'm being dramatic and I need to focus on us.
What? What do you mean I'm being dramatic? Slim, we got to the situation because of you, because you threatened divorce. Now you're trying to threaten divorce to close it back. Nah, Slim, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, cuz. It don't work like that. This is crazy, son. This is grade A manipulation. Let's keep going.
Should I agree without stipulations? I know there's no future with Amber as we've both agreed it's purely physical, and even though I know I'm standing my ground, I feel like I'm blowing up my marriage over a dead end. At the same time, I don't believe it's about Amber at all. Update. This morning I called Amber up, reminded her that we were supposed to keep things discreet, and asked who she shared the details of our liaison with. She denied telling anyone, and I didn't get the feeling she was lying. I pulled up my wife's Google timeline history and discovered that she tracked me to Amber's house in April. She followed me and then deliberately introduced herself to Amber to create a conflict. Here I was thinking she actually wanted to get involved with band parents, but no, she just wanted to try to end things with my outside partner. I don't even know what to do at this point. Now on to the last month. It's been a very tough month. I confronted my wife about the stalking. She denied it at first, and then I brought up her location history. She attempted to deflect, claiming I invaded her privacy, but I didn't take the bait.
Good, yeah, don't take the bait, guys. Don't take the bait. She's trying to deflect right there, trying to make you look like, oh, how dare you? How dare you do that? Like, so you don't trust me anymore? No, I don't trust you, Slim. You've lied. You lied. Let's keep going.
But I didn't take the bait. Finally, she admitted that she didn't like that I had someone on the side when she didn't, and a mom at the school felt too close to home. I agreed that I would end things with Amber if she would agree to counseling, close the marriage up permanently, and start looking for a job to help with household expenses. She replied that she's a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had to pause it right there. Mike, I'm sorry, guys. So so she wanted an open marriage as a stay-at-home mom? What? What? This is crazy. This is bonkers. She wanted it, okay, as a stay-at-home mom, and that's crazy. What the hell are you seeing, son? You've been watching Real Housewives or something like that. What's good with you, Slim? With a dude that's paying for all that, and you wanted to open. He's the one supposed to ask for the open marriage. If he's the one paying all the bills and stuff, he'd be out there working. He want to release some stuff like, yo, sometimes I'm on some other girl pussy or something. But you are a stay-at-home mom, and you wanted the open marriage? Oh, that's his fault, man. She was definitely for the pavement. Let's keep going.
Told her it was something we could revisit after coronavirus is over, but when things normalize, she can't just stay home. We did a few therapy sessions and things went well at first. The therapist challenged her on why she had followed me, asked why she felt she had to go outside the marriage, and had her address pretty much everything going through my mind. Then things went south. She admitted her outside partner was someone from her past, a high school boyfriend. They'd broken up before anything happened, and had reconnected. She regretted not going all the way with him in high school and decided that she wanted to fulfill that desire. I was pissed. I told her that if me choosing a mom from school was too close to home, then her choosing a married ex-boyfriend was completely unacceptable. I told her I didn't even want to look at her. I checked into a hotel to go cool off because I didn't want my kids to see me like that. I stayed there for a few days and then decided to go home and deal with what was left of my marriage. When I got home, I found that my daughter was unusually cold to me. Even for a 14-year-old girl, she was very dismissive. When I asked her what was going on, she went off on me for cheating on mom with a band mom. I asked her where she heard this. She wouldn't tell me at first, telling me it didn't matter, but then finally admitted her mother told her that I was staying at my girlfriend's house after I left. I counted to 10 in my head, told her it wasn't true, showed her the receipt on my phone for the hotel, and told her that her mother and I had a fight and I decided to take some time away so we could both calm down. She cried a lot and I promised her that I loved her and I'd always love her. I did my best to remain calm though I was burning up inside. I didn't even go to my wife. I went on Facebook and found the guy's wife. I sent her a message letting her know that for a year and a half her husband had been having an affair with my wife and I'd be happy to send her any proof she'd like.
Oh, man, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Can you believe she tried to turn the daughter against him? She tried to turn the daughter against him after she lost the... All right.
She was very appreciative, and had suspected something was up. A few hours later, my wife came to me in a rage screaming that I had violated the confidentiality of our therapy and ruined the guy's life. I asked her what she meant by telling our daughter that I had a girlfriend. She denied doing it and still refuses to admit that she told her anything other than I was away for a few days. This went down last Thursday. We haven't spoken to each other since. We're supposed to have another counseling session tomorrow, though I don't know if it's even worth going. I keep catching her in lies and I don't think I'll ever be able to trust her again. I know that filing for divorce is the wise choice at this point, but I feel sick thinking about it. I feel like a failure because I couldn't make my marriage work. I know that's where it's going to end up. I just feel like I'm going to throw up every time I try to call.
Well, that's the end of the video right there. Listen, man, just file for divorce, bro. She's she's showing her true colors. It's hard for me to feel sorry for this guy because there's no way that she didn't show you these signs before you guys got married. Because the manipulation is crazy. Trying to put the kids against you and all that stuff. And nah, bro. Nah. The manipulation is legit wild. So it has to be that she showed you these signs, bro. Has to be. She wanted to have sex with her ex-boyfriend because she wasn't able to have sex with him before. I don't even know if I can even believe that now. Who's to say that she was already having sex with him before, and she might not even been you might not have even been the first person that she slept with, son. At this point, how can you really be sure unless you know for a fact you saw that hymen break? You feel you felt that joint, blood came out, everything, you knew, oh yeah, that joint, this is a virgin. I don't know how we know. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe she could have waited on a light day of her period or something, right? So it looks like she broke, you broke the joint and that's why it bled a little bit or something. Or maybe she could say she was an athlete, that's why the hymen broke. They say young girls, and I think they say if you're an athlete, that joint can break and stuff. Who knows? I can't trust her no more, bro. I cannot trust her no more. I gotta wonder, what else have you lied to me about? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to do a DNA test on my child. Is this even my daughter? I gotta question everything now. It's crazy, man. Hey, but that's all I gotta say on this, man. If you stay this long, I appreciate you. I love you, man. That's all I gotta say. Peace and blessings, ugly mofos, and I'm out.